Hey, what's going on, guys? Chorme here. In this video we're going to be crawling through the range of pages on the target site using the Chrome Developer Tools console, but not using the fetch method like we've been doing before within the few last videos on this channel, but instead by emulating the button click this like so, just like the user clicks the next button. And this, in theory, would help us to bypass some nasty anti-scraping measures like captures or something. So, if you're interested in following this sort of a tutorial, buckle up and we begin. So the very first thing to consider, we need to invoke our developer tools and import the JQuery in order to use it for data extraction. So, import JQuery, and here I just need to grab the source for the latest version. It's not necessary to use the latest version, but still. So I need to create the variable called the jQuery, and it would be equal to document.createElement, and I want to create the script tag, okay, and then I want to specify the source attribute of this sort of a script tag that we've just created. And finally we want to append this newly created element to our document. So I need to say document.getElements by tag name, and I'm looking for, let's say, the head tag, and as far as it returns a list, we need to specify the very first index here, .append, and the jQuery. And before I hit enter, let me just show you this head within the console. So see, like, no jQuery is available, but if I just hit enter here, see, like, this script has appeared, which means that from now on we can start working with our jQuery for the data extraction purposes. So let's get back to our console, and now we need to create a function. So let's call this pagination crawler method, okay, or function, doesn't matter really. So I want to create a function that let's call this crawl next page, this like, and the very first thing to consider, we need to open URL in a new window by making an outgoing HTTP request, basically. So here I need to create the variable called, let's call this response, just for the simplicity, and here I say window dot open, and in order to open this the given URL, I'll specify just right in a moment. Within the new window, we need to give whatever name to the window, and also want to specify rewrite equals to true. So every new link that would be crawled, that we're supposed to be crawling through, would be overriding the content in this new window. And the link itself, I would like to say http and quotes.toscrape.com, this like. So the next thing to consider for every given now we need to crawl pagination recursively. Let's call this like way recursively. Well, I hope I've spelled recursively correctly, sorry if not. So if we say response.onload, in this case we can specify the onload attribute of our newly created window, and it would be equal to the function. And it's very important to give the function exactly the same name like the initial function right over in here, otherwise it won't really work. So this like, and within this function we also need to make use of set timeout, because even though the window instance is returned instantly, it takes time to fetch the data from the given URL. So this asynchronous HTTP request is being made, but the response is not retrieved instantly. So as far as this pop-ups are not really intended for the purposes that I'm trying to use them for. That's the reason to use the set timeout function instead of some sort of a, I don't know, asynchronous logic, which is not actually available. Well, at least I don't know any available stuff like that there. So here we can create another kind of name this function, and let's specify the crawl delay equals to 100 milliseconds. For this particular case, this should be literally enough. So here I can say like crawl delay. Okay, and here we can already start specifying our logic for the crawling of the next pages. So let's say extract and click next page URL. So we need to reference this sort of an element, so let me just try to inspect this, and we have this list item with a class equals to next, and the very first and the only one a tag here, and this one is what we need actually. So let's get back to our console, and here we're supposed to be using this jQuery selector, so I can say response.document.find, and now we're looking for this list item with a class equals to next, right, and the a tag that was supposed to be referencing there. And now I'll just use the very first element of this list and the only one, and instead of using some jQuery complicated triggers, I'll just simply say click, which is the JavaScript method here. And after this we want just let's better say crawl pagination recursively here, and here we say init window onload function. Okay, so this would be more correct basically, and here we can just simply call this crawl next page recursively, and I hold my breath and I really hope this is gonna work now. So now we need to actually call our crawl next page function, and what is supposed to see on my screen now, so the new window should be created, and then every 1 second the new page should be retrieved. So let's have a look if it actually works as expected. Yeah, so we go into the page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is it. And now guys, I just want to show you how you can run this sort of a script in your own browser to test it and to see how it works basically. So here I've created the script from the source code that has been been introduced within this video. I've just coupled some data extraction placeholder here just to extract the very first quote out of every single response page we're getting, and also I did automate the jQuery import in here just to wait a couple of seconds before the jQuery is loaded. So you just need to go to this link, it would be available in the description below this video, and then just try to grab the entire source here and just copy, then go to the target site we're supposed to be scraping, and just invoke the developer tools and go into the console tab, paste code, and just click enter and run. So here you see like the pagination is being crawled up to the page number 10, and I've also handled some I've also added some handler to avoid crawling, to avoid getting an error if no next page link is available. And I would just kind of close this. We got this all done when we finish the crawling to the next page when the next page is available, and in between we have the every single first quote from every page available there. So if you want to know some more, if you want to know more about the data extraction using the jQuery, please feel free to watch my web scraping and web browser series on this channel. And this is it basically. So I hope you learned something interesting out of watching it, and thanks for watching. So until the next time, and take care.